Hey, what's up guys? In today's video, I'm going to teach you guys how to create a permanent squad in Free Fire. First of all, I will tell you guys how you can find the players or the teammates for your permanent squad. And afterwards, I will tell you guys what are the different roles that are in a permanent squad. So first, let's talk about what are the best ways that you can find teammates for your permanent squad. Now, one of the easiest ways to find teammates for your permanent squad is to ask your friends, whether it's your in real life friends or whether it's the friends in the game. You could just say to them that you're creating a permanent squad and you could just ask them whether they'd like to join. But if you are like me, where your friends don't play the game anymore, the next best way to find teammates for your permanent squad is through the game. Now, when you're playing battle royale matches or clash squad matches, you might meet different random players, and if these random players play really well, you could just send them a friend request and see whether they accept your friend request. And if they accept your friend request, you could just play some matches and see whether they vibe together with you. And if they do, you could just say to them that you're creating a permanent squad and you could just ask them whether they'd like to join. And you could also send enemies friend requests as well. For example, in clash squad matches, you might get some really good enemies on the other side, so you could just send some friend requests to them and see whether they also accept your friend request. So those were some ways where you can find some friends and get them into a permanent squad. And I think I already talked about this topic in one of my previous videos, and in that video I think I also told you guys that you can also open your mic and talk to the random players and just make friends. But one problem that a lot of you guys had is that you guys said that sometimes these random players don't speak your language. Although you try to open the mic and talk to them, they don't speak your language, so it can become very hard for you guys to understand them and also make friends. So one solution that I have for you guys for this problem is to comment down 4 things in the comment section. First of all, try to comment down your in-game UID. Second, try to comment down what type of player you are, whether you are a rusher, a sniper, supporter, or these other different type of roles, which I will get into later on. And the third thing that you guys need to comment down is your region and the language that you speak. So for example, if you're from the North American server, comment down the North American server, and if you speak in English, comment down English. And the fourth thing that you need to comment down is what type of players that you're searching for. For example, if you're searching for a rusher, if you're searching for a sniper, you could just comment that down below. And if there are people that are interested in joining your squad, they could just reply to your comment. And if there are people that want you to join to their squad, they could also reply to that comment and let you know that. So remember to comment down those 4 things in the comment section. Now let's get on to the different roles that are in a permanent squad. So guys, first let's talk about one of the most important roles in a permanent squad, which is the role of the leader. Now, having a leader in your permanent squad is very important. First of all, for example, let's say that when you're playing with your squad, there's an enemy team coming towards you. If one of your teammates says, you know what guys, let's just go and rush and attack them, and the second one says, instead of rushing and attack them, let's just go and flank and attack them, and if the third one says, instead of rushing and attacking them or flanking and attacking them, let's just go to the zone, instead of just rushing and attacking them, let's just go to the safe zone. So if these 3 different people have 3 different ideas and they go in 3 different directions, it's gonna be very easy for the enemy team to take down your squad. So it's better to have a leader to take the final decision. The other players can just say their ideas to the leader, and the leader will be the person taking the final decision. And when you're appointing the leader or when you're choosing the leader of your squad, try to give it to a person that has really good leadership skills and a person that has really good experience in the game. Now let's talk about another very important role for a permanent squad, which is the role of a rusher. Now usually in permanent squads, there are 2 rushers, a rushing pair. And when you're choosing the rushing pair, it's very important to choose players that have really good close range skills, that have really good movement skills, that know how to put fast glue walls. And these 2 players also need to have really good team coordination. They need to open their mics and talk to each other while they're playing. So when you're choosing the 2 rushers for your squad, try to choose players that have these type of skills. Now another very important role in a permanent squad is the role of the supporter. Now when I say supporter, you might think, oh, it might not be a very important role, but it's actually a very important role. And the role of the supporter is to support the teammates. For example, if one of the rushers gets knocked down, the supporter can go and revive them, and the supporter can also help the teammates in other ways as well. For example, when the rushers are rushing the enemy, the supporter can also give cover fire. The supporter can also act as a grenadier as well. While the rushers are rushing the enemy, the supporter can also play the role of a grenadier. And usually when picking the role of the support in the squad, usually it's the leader that picks the role of the supporter, because it's a lot less stressful for the leader to pick that role. For example, let's say that the leader picks the role of the rusher, it might be a lot more stressful for the leader to rush and lead at the same time. So it's a lot better if the leader becomes the supporter as well. Now let's get on to another very important role for a permanent squad, and that's the role of the sniper or the long range player. Now these type of players give cover fire for their teammates. For example, when the rushers are rushing from the front, these type of players can give cover fire from the back. For example, as you guys know, snipers do a lot of body shot damage. For example, the AWM does a lot of body shot damage. So if the sniper does a body shot from the back to the enemy, it will be a lot easier for the rushers to take down the enemy from the front. So it can be a very useful thing to have a sniper in your team, whether you're playing Clash Squad matches or even Battle Royale matches. Another thing that the snipers can do is that they can also get down to higher positions in the map and also let their teammates know where the enemies are coming from, kind of like acting as a scout for the team. Now those are like the main roles in a permanent squad, but you can also add in different other roles as well. For example, a grenadier, a flanker, a scout. And another thing is that the same teammate can also play different roles as well. For example, the same teammate can play 2 or 3 roles. As I said earlier, the leader can play the role of the supporter, and at the same time the supporter can also play the role as the grenadier as well. Another example is that the sniper can also play the role as the flanker and also as the scout at the same time as well. So those were the different ways where you can find teammates for your permanent squad and also appoint different roles for these teammates. Now if you guys want to know how to quickly push your rank in Battle Royale rank matches, make sure to check out this video. So that's it for today's video guys. I'll see you guys later on with another video, and until then, take it easy fam. Peace.